All right, welcome everybody. Oh, sorry. We're going to go ahead and start the RDA meeting. And we are going to go ahead and start with citizen comments. You have 3 minutes. You can come up to the podium and give your citizen comment. Please let us know where you're from, and also Patty in the back has a clipboard for you to fill out, but there's also some paperwork in the back by the doors that you need to fill out if you are going to make a citizen comment. So please come forward. Anybody?
My name is Dylan Barney. I've lived in Murray for over 60 years, and for many of those years, I've lived on the same property that I'm at right now, which is in a redevelopment area and the Murray City Center District. As such, much of my property taxes goes to pay for the redevelopment agency directly through the incremental property tax laws and rules and regulations. In that regard, I have a vested interest as a citizen and as a person that pays property taxes to the redevelopment agency to encourage the redevelopment agency to give the T. Rose Diner preferential treatment as to them purchasing the chapel property, doing business there as a property owner. They've chosen to work to do business in Murray for 13 years for whatever reason that they've chosen to do. They would like to stay there, and as I looked at it the last time the redevelopment agency had a meeting, I walked over to that property, and it seems like that would be a good place for them to be. And whether or not the flower shop that is currently in the same building that they're in goes with them or not is yet to be determined. But I could imagine in my mind that a person going into the diner, having dinner, and then seeing a floral arrangement sitting on their table that they could, if they would like to purchase and take home with them, kind of combining the two businesses into one. And I think that the T. Rose Diner would bring people to downtown to just sit, have coffee, have lunch, or whatever they would like to do, and enjoy the time at either in the diner there or on the plaza here at the Murray City Hall. So again, I've chosen to live in Murray City. They've chosen to do business in Murray City. And I think that in all regards, it's a matter of choice. It's not a matter of needing to be here. And so if they went someplace else, I think it would be a loss to this community. And with that, I thank you for your time.
All right, thank you, Glenn. Anybody else? Please come forward.
D-Lynn.
Sorry?
D-Lynn.
D-Lynn, sorry.
D-Lynn Barney.
D-Lynn Barney. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I apologize. Anybody else?
Hi, how's it going? My name's Rob Norbut. I'm a South Salt Lake resident, and I went to T. Rose Diner on their opening day, and I've known Annie and Jeff ever since. They're a business that has been in downtown Murray for some reason for so long, even though they have many other business locations. T. Rose has been an anchor for them because of the local vibe. People like T. Rose. Anyway, you guys have to do something with the church. It's a historic building, and I can't imagine anyone else to do something better with it than Annie and Jeff. You guys would have an event space and a business that's pretty much ready to go that wants to keep it as a historic place. So that's pretty much what I have to say. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? You're welcome to come forward.
Hi, Kathy Polson Romero. How are you? I have always been a proponent of historic preservation, and that little church goes way, way back in my history and in my husband Mike's. And with having the Murray Mansion there and the church, you have the makings for a perfect town square. If you work it right, it's going to be a place where people come and they enjoy and they hang out. And Annie and her husband have been an amazing part of this community, and I think that letting them do what they want to and make the magic happen with this building will be a perfect way to start what can happen there. And so I just wanted to let you know that we are completely for that. And I mean, we would be coming here. We were residents here. We moved to San Quinn 3 years ago, but we absolutely will come back here to give you our business. How's that? Thank you.
Hello, my name's Mike Romero. Live in 1341 Cedar Pass Drive, Santa Quinn, Utah. I've lived here most of my life, as well as my wife. We raised our family here, so we have deep roots here and long relationships with people that live here. I'm here today to support Annie and her husband's effort to purchase this historic Murray Baptist Church chapel. It's important that the purchase of this church building goes to the right person that understands its historical significance in the community. Now, this church is a Baptist church. Kathy and I are Baptist. Kathy's family has a lot of history in the Baptist church here in Murray. The Baptists have been in Murray since 1891. That's 133 years. And that's even before Murray was even incorporated. And Annie is a person that understands this history. She's an established local business and community partner that is a strong draw to the downtown community. And she understands that the Murray Baptist Church, like the Calhoun Mansion / Payne Mansion, are integral parts of the downtown area, which serves as a visible connection with the community history and culture. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we are still in public comment. If anybody else has any other comments, please come up.
My name is Bridget Gill, Murray resident for almost 30 years. Again, probably was one of Annie's first customers, and still will follow her in Midvale and wherever she goes. But this Tea Rose is where I tend to stay because that's where I first met her, and that's where it just feels small. It feels small, and it's not a big corporation. And I think you all have a chance to go up and down State Street or anywhere in this city, and you see historic buildings torn apart. You see local businesses that managed to survive COVID struggling. You have a chance to let big box, big corporations not be the mainstay here in this little area. This is a local small business owner that has just proven herself over and over to be a draw, and just hope that you would say no to a bigger corporation taking another spot that, once again, could be historic and could keep that small, just those few little unique places about our city. Just keep it. Doesn't have to be the exact same as it always was, but just some history that we can come back and go, this was this. Maybe it's now changed a bit, but for the most part, there's some history there. There's a story to be told about where we live, and maybe there are new faces there. And this is the opportunity that you have to say no to those big companies that just really want to come in and knock it down, or just start with a chain or a franchise. This is a person who knows how to do it and she's proven herself over and over, and I would hope that you would give the small local business person a first chance at this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Supat Sukyai. I am the board of the Buddhist Church in Ogden, but Annie and her husband support me. I came to FAPE every Friday to pick up lunch. My opinion, they're very strong with the history of the building, so that in the future they can keep and they can build. Your building should be very, very beautiful at all time and clean too, because they have the team, contractor or whatever, should be very nice for Murray City. Thank you very much.
We're just going to keep going, so you don't have to ask us to call us up. Thank you for listening, and my name is Selena. I have known Annie and Jeff, I call him Jeffy, for a very long time, and I am spouse to Rob Norbut, who was speaking earlier, and I have distinct memories of going and eating at T. Rose Diner. And I also know Annie and Jeff on a friend level, and I've helped them in different areas with different businesses that they have had. And I can tell you that they do choose to stay in Murray because they are loyal and they are a fixture in their community. And to lose them in Murray would be a loss. They are cornerstone in any place that they go. They have the ability of, it's kind of hard, and I get kind of sentimental. It's been a long day. But anyway, they have the ability to rally people around them in a way that not everybody can. So you don't want to lose them. They are choosing to stay in Murray, and it is the first place where Annie fired up the grill and converted, I think it was a burger joint or whatever before, into this place that was amazing. T. Rose Diner was one of the first Thai restaurants in our Utah community that was truly authentic, amazing Thai food. She not only employs friends and people and creates this family of this work environment that is something you wouldn't believe. She buys people Christmas presents. She has given me all these crazy gifts. Some of them are kind of crazy, but they're wonderful because Annie and Jeff are truly amazing human beings, and they choose to light up wherever it is they decide to go. So you can trust them. They are loyal, they are trustworthy, and they have something amazing about them that if you guys take a chance on what they want to do, it will pay off tenfold. So thank you. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Howard Brown, and I believe I spoke to you guys the last time. I would just like to say that we're talking about a business which means a lot to this particular area. Annie took what was a very small enterprise and made it something charming and something that draws people there because it has a unique atmosphere to it. People come there from outside the city, from outside the county, and even from out of state. And I can testify to that because I know people when they come to Utah, which is several times a year, always go to T. Rose at least once or twice during their stay. The other thing I'd like to add is she has made this a successful business, which was a very hard thing to do and make it work here, but it is successful at this point. She has gone on to establish some other successful restaurants throughout the valley, but this one is home, this one is unique. And it would be a shame to lose this very viable business in this community and have it relocate somewhere else when it has still so much to give to this particular area by being relocated basically across the street from where it is, so people would know and still be able to come and enjoy that particular restaurant. And I know I certainly would be one, and the people I know would still come to enjoy it. And Annie has a very unique gift for taking each place and making it something special so they are not carbon copies of each other. And it will be a special place if she is allowed to go there. So I thank you very much for your time, and I thank you for your consideration.
Hello, it's Annie again. So, just as a promise, I want to make that place great, to make the chapel a really good place, and then draw a lot of people into the city and bring all the revenue. And like come up here, I want to thank you, all these people that come in support me. It's overwhelming in your hard time, and these people is like always there for me. Howard was with me like 18 years. I opened that place 18 years, and I have all this friends and family, that always like friends that become family that support me. And I don't fail yet, and I not plan on failing. And then I want to make the chapel as like I say, like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then so we'll bring a lot of people into the community and serving the good food like I do, because I'm from Thailand. We eat good food. We don't do junk. So yeah, everything is made fresh there. And so as a promise, I will make the places look wonderful and then look great. And then I bring a lot of revenue to Murray and then be the destination for everyone. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Clark Bullen. I'm in District 3 in Murray. My understanding is that the city wants to take care of Annie and make sure she has a soft place to land, and I commend that. But I don't understand why we would sell the chapel until we have arrangements in stone for Annie to buy a comparable property at a similar price. And frankly, I am concerned about only having intentions to take care of Annie when the original intention to take care of Annie was for her to purchase the chapel. And here we are a year later, considering not allowing that to go through. So promises and good intentions, unfortunately, don't always pan out on a city council. I don't feel like we as a city should leave Annie in the lurch like that. If we can't sell to Annie today, I say, wait. Just don't sell to anyone until Annie has a deal. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but this isn't about saving a historic building at this point. It's about saving an amazing, uniquely Murray business, is what we're trying to do here today. And that needs to be the prerogative. And I know this can't possibly be about saving or making an additional $150,000, because I know that that's not the purpose of the RDA, and that's not going to make the difference in our downtown redevelopment. It's not even going to make a dent. And I don't believe it's about not trusting that Annie is a good businesswoman and that she can't execute on her plan. Because what is it that says to us that Annie, who's been in Murray and has chosen to be in Murray, cannot follow through on making the chapel an amazing restaurant and believe that a new restaurant could do that? I think the kebab stop downtown would be great. And we have several restaurant opportunities in the historic plaza. And they will have several different opportunities to make a deal with Murray. But this is what Annie was pursuing. And I feel like we need to take care of Annie and the T Rose Diner first, and then figure out the rest later. Thank you.
Anyone else? Anybody's welcome for a public comment.
First off, I feel kind of scared coming up here because finally get to hear, it feels like I know Annie and Jeff now from all the comments. Actually, please, nobody beat me up after this. I'm actually from the other side, from the other restaurant, making a proposal here for us. You seem like beautiful people, and this community seems like a beautiful community. For us, we are the other side trying to propose for another restaurant here and another business. And I've been looking for years. And I was born and raised here in Utah. And my dad's been here more than 40 years now. And so my father has more than 40 years of experience in food and 20 years in serving people. And as you know, you've heard of Kebab Stop, as the gentleman before me was speaking. Kebab Stop in South Salt Lake, a very good place to go to. I don't know if anybody's tried it. People love it. There's Kebab Bros in Midvale that my father opened another business there. It's been there for 4 years. The Kebab Stop has been there since 2014. So my father has a lot of experience. Ever since I can remember, in the community, wherever we go, people that need something with food or even opinions or anything based off of that, they call my father, right? So this is the experience that my father has. And we've been looking for places for a long time. And personally for myself, I'm actually a religious person as well. I went to study for 10 years in my religion, which is a Islamic faith. And I'm the imam of the masjid in the mosque in West Valley. So initially why I came here was I saw this, I was looking for places that we can keep as a religious place and keep it the same. Because the people, no matter who, maybe none of us know who those people were that opened that church. But they had a vision that we want to make this a place of worship, right? So originally I was looking for places around there and somebody guided me towards this place. And I truly believe that this is from God that we are standing here today. And when I got this, and I've been after them for months and months, let me know what's going on with this building. I want to know. Originally we wanted to make it a place of worship. Just keep it a place of worship where we can worship God. But they told us that this is a redevelopment area and this is not what we want to do here. We want to bring in profit. Right? So then we decided that, look, we can respect this building. If we keep it for ourselves as a business, we will respect this building the way that the person that initially wanted to make it as a religious place. So this is why we wanted to, we're interested in that. And we believe that Annie and Jeff, amazing people from what we hear. But our side is this, that look, we have experience. We're bringing something new to the table, new to the community, and something that we believe that will bring people here, that will enliven this area. And the ideas that we have are, number one, that we want to do a coffee/chai shop. And in the chai shop, what we wanted to do was we wanted to bring authentic chai, nothing that nobody has ever done here. And as you know, that is something that is growing nowadays in the communities. People are really inclining towards going and drinking chai and different varieties and different authentic things. And we've been working for years. I personally have been working for years on going and getting the authentic recipes for that. So we've done that, and then that will be in the morning, and then to bring more foot traffic, we want to bring some of the food, different types of variety of food in the afternoon for a full restaurant. And then afterwards, in the downstairs in the basement, we want to make a retail clothing gift shop. And bringing in, authentic jewelry and all that kind of stuff, and make it beautiful. Place that people want to come to and visit, place that people want to come and see and feel comfortable, and we keep it the same ambience, right? That keep it respected, a place of worship, that looks like a place of worship. We don't want to change anything, but we want to make it a little bit, add these things because we know that you want also something that will bring profit to the area and bring people to the area. And we truly believe that this place requires a lot of work. But this is why we decided to offer so much money, is because we think that number one, because I want to keep the sanctity of the place. Because this is what the people, whoever started this, they were people of God. And this is what they wanted to do, and we want to keep that in as I'm the imam of one of the mosques out here, and I wanted to keep the sanctity of the place, also bringing in some other varieties of things that will bring and attract people. And please consider us. We hope you will consider us, and everybody in the audience, please don't be mad at me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Any last public comments? Okay, thank you all so much, and I will invite Phil up for action item number 2.
Okay, well, basically, I just have to ask if you have any questions of me. You have the action item in front of you. I did not receive any additional formal offers on the property, so we have received 3. One of them is very different from the 2 that you have heard today. It involved purchasing the vacant parcel and the church, and that is somewhat problematic because of potential zoning issues in the future with us undergoing formation of the form-based code right now. If we were to sell that vacant parcel, then they would be entitled to build on it under the current zoning, and that is definitely going to be changing when the form-based code comes into play. And so my recommendation is not to involve the vacant parcel in action that you take today. But these other 2 proposals are the 2 primary proposals that we have received for quite some time now.
I have a question.
Sure.
Why are we in such a hurry? It feels to me like we're just in such a hurry. I mean, we're in the process of doing the form-based code, which will determine, the downtown, how it's going to appear, what buildings we're having in it. It seems to me we should be making this decision after we've completed the form-based code. Am I missing something here? Does that make sense?
No, that's a legitimate concern. I would have to look back in the minutes and see when I was directed to pursue selling the chapel. That did take place quite some time ago. And Orden's been under contract to sell the chapel for over a year. So it has been quite some time. The form-based code did come after that initial request, though.
Right, but Orden also said he's only really been marketing it for a month, that he was told a month ago.
Well, his
Right,
contract, his
Yeah.
contract was for over a year, and it expired the end of September.
Right,
So he was under contract for over a year.
but he wasn't doing anything about it.
Well, I don't control
Yeah,
that.
I know. I
So
get that.
we had his contract when we had the
Yes.
previous city hall, correct?
That is correct.
And that, for what I remember, it did include this parcel.
That is correct.
And is there any other parcels that it included?
I do not believe so.
Okay. All right, I was just wanting clarification of that. Thank you.
Okay, it just, to me, feels like we're rushing it and, again, putting the cart before the horse,
Well, to be very honest with you, we need to start making some decisions. We drag our feet, we get lost in the weeds, and we don't go anywhere. And we are being passed up, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of other citizens that I talk to, with a lack of progress. And I think it's just time, whatever your decision is, I will support whatever decision you make, but we need to have decisions made.
Then, so we got the form-based code. I still don't understand why we're making this decision before we've completed the form-based code and then have it. I mean, may be some other place that Annie may want to go, or I just think it's too soon. That's my concern.
Sure.
So,
I understand.
okay.
Phil,
Yes.
would you maybe clarify what exactly this resolution will allow you to do?
Sure. If you decide to pass a resolution to sell, to engage with one of these 2 parties in the sale of the chapel, that will authorize GL, our city attorney, to pursue a sale agreement. There are a lot of details that have to be worked out. And in that agreement, there will be specific things with respect to preservation of the chapel and various other things, right of first refusal if it doesn't work out, a lot of things like that. And so all this does tonight is authorize the city to enter into a negotiation with one of these parties for the sale of the chapel.
So we are not deciding between the two parties then? We're
No,
giving you the...
we're asking you to pick one of those two parties to engage in negotiation to purchase at the price that they have proposed.
Wonderful. Thank you for the clarification.
Another concern that I have is I thought this was for discussion and then the next meeting was for decision.
Initially, that was the recommendation at the last RDA meeting. However, the chair and vice chair did make a change in the agenda. So that was done by the chair and vice chair.
Okay, would have been helpful had
Can-
there been a discussion.
Can I make a comment real quick? I went back and watched the RDA meeting last night, and Pam Cotter, and maybe my memory's so short, made that recommendation. And so that was talked about in the meeting 2 weeks ago.
But there wasn't, the decision was that we would for sure on the 15th of next.
No, go
The
back and
next
watch the
one.
RDA meeting. It talked about both dates. I just watched it yesterday. Doesn't mean
Okay.
you voted on it. And then
Yeah.
really, bottom line is what Phil said. You have a chair and a vice chair that both recommended that we move forward.
And whether it was a discussion or an action item, you can still receive a motion. We could have received a motion last week and still voted on it. So because it's on there, I mean, it gives the public the information, but we as a body still have that as a right to make a motion and to make a vote. So if we had a second, we could still make that vote. We could have done it last week as well. So it's not, I didn't see it as whether we do it as a discussion item or we do it as an agenda item or an action item. I know that's how we've labeled our minutes for the RDA, but it didn't make a difference to me because I think there was a want to either way we push it for a motion. Whether the vote, it happens, whatever, but it was still, that was the biggest thing that I got from it. And I think that was the same thing in what we discussed.
And also to clarify, from what I've learned from the city attorney, is that because last week it was just a discussion item, we could not take an action item on it. I could not make that motion. Even though I wanted to, I had the city, and GL can correct me, but I had to wait for that action item. I could not vote or change it from a discussion to an action item. Is that correct?
So we're governed by Robert's rules. Robert's rules don't address this issue. And when they don't, you look for a local rule. And by practice and custom, our local rule is we only take action on action items. So it would supersede Robert's rules that don't address this issue.
So I stand corrected, yeah. Any other questions, concerns on the dais?
Nope, you've heard mine.
Okay, so I would like to make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing an exclusive right to negotiate for the acquisition and development of the property owned by the Redevelopment Agency of Murray City at approximately 4889 South Poplar Street, commonly referred to as the Murray Chapel, Murray City, Salt Lake County, Utah, with Annie Soskuri, or the T Rose, or as the T Rose.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, Brooke?
Ms. Turner?
I'm going to abstain. I don't feel prepared to act on this item.
Mr. Hawk?
Aye.
Mr. Pickett?
Aye.
Ms. Cotter?
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez?
Aye. So with that, that motion passes and we approve the resolution. And thank you, gentlemen, for coming and speaking. And really, we hopefully soon we can find a place for you here in Murray. And I think what you said is very valuable. And, I think it bodes well with us here in Murray and what this community is about and and really what it means to us in the chapel and all of those things. So thank you both so much for being here. And Annie, congratulations, and we will move forward with GL and the mayor and continue on. So thank you, gentlemen. We are adjourned for this meeting, and we will continue in the other room. Sorry, in the Poplar Room for Committee of the Whole. Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.